Hello, welcome to Lonary Channel. And today we'll be looking at Maurice video where we'll be looking at a kid that shot his dad over a Nintendo Switch. So this is a crazy one. Like when I saw it, I was like, shit, we are going to actually jump on this. And if you are new here, do well to show your boy some love. Like, subscribe, and share. It keeps the energy going. Most importantly, your comments at the end of the video. So stay through at the end, see what happened, see how everything went down, and you can share your opinion and share your thoughts. Thank you so much. Let's get into it.
All right, so here we have this little 11-year-old shitter who apparently shot his dad over him taking his Nintendo Switch. Yes, you heard that right. This spoiled little brat, as you can see here on our screens right now that I'm, circling with my cursor, who is 11 years old, is now charged as an adult after fatally
11.
shooting his father over taking his Nintendo Switch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't even Gen Z anymore. I'm not gonna blame Gen Z for this because he's
Like, sorry, you don't have to blame Jay Z to it. Because at some point, we still ask, like, is it just the first time of you maybe the dad trying to take something away from him, or maybe trying to take the Nintendo Switch away from him? What was the reaction? How was it controlled? How was he? How did the dad react to it? Or maybe the parents, how did the parents react to it the first time? Like he started showing such agitation and such reaction towards the parents maybe getting things from him. So you don't have to, we blame everything on Gen Z as if it's Gen Z in quote theory that, or maybe something made up that takes care of our parents, or maybe that reflects on our attitude towards things. It's just a made up something. We all come from a home, we all come from a family, whether a guardian, parents, or anyone that trained us, anyway, that anyone that took care of us. I should be asked, like, what was it? What happened? How has it been before now? So let's get into it and actually know how you went down.
too young to be Gen Z. Believe it or not, most of Gen Z are now adults, young adults now. This is Gen Alpha. And I just gotta say, as bad as people think Gen Z is, brother in Christ, Gen Alpha, and then Gen Beta after them, Gen Beta are basically infants right now.
And all this tagging, I sorry I don't associate with that. Like I don't find like this all this is made up. Like it's just different generations. So why are you now tagging it as a name that okay, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, like they have to behave the same way? No, it doesn't have to be so.
Probably gonna be uncomparable to our generation. And by the way, if I sound a little congested right now, it is because I am. Apologies, I'm still recovering from my illness. But I just gotta say, I've never heard, this is the first time I've heard of any kid shooting their dad over a Nintendo Switch. Now, maybe in the past, somebody has killed their parent over taking their phone, their computer, grounding them, in some way, shape, or form. But specifically for a Nintendo Switch, it's crazy. And yeah, you guys can see the dad.
But it can be for Nintendo Switch, but it's still the same reaction to it. Maybe taking a position that the kids are find accustomed of having, or maybe you find comforting, or maybe you find okay using this thing, addicted to this. So whether a phone, a laptop, or a Nintendo Switch, I still tag them as the same. Maybe you have not seen a case of Nintendo before, but it's still the same. Those attachments are still the same. Like how was this curtailed? Like what was the parents' reaction when this kid started showing this agitation or this kind of attitude towards maybe another person collecting something from him?
Right here in this post. It's just insane.
The family was in this home celebrating their son's 11th birthday. That's when court documents say their son
And it
found
was in his bed on his birthday.
a gun and shot his adopted father. This happened Tuesday around 3 a.m. When state police arrived, the young boy named Clayton Dietz had a bloody lip and injuries around his eye. Court documents do not explain how he was hurt. The documents do say, however, that Clayton was looking for his Nintendo Switch, which was taken away from him when he found the revolver in a safe inside the home.
Now, I just gotta say, I don't know what caused his facial injuries. They say that he had a swollen lip or something like that, a bloody eye. Kind of sounds like abuse to me, but let's be honest here, because I don't want to make any definitive assumptions. Could have been abuse, could have been self-inflicted. We don't know.
So that's why I love this kind of video. Like when you go, you see, you learn some stuff. We have made comments about the parents at the child attitude towards the parents. Another thing, we still have a new development now, but the boy having a swollen eyes when the police came by. And the thing I wanted to point out the thing I wanted to point out firstly was the issue of gun exposure, or maybe any weapon exposure to children, or within the reach of children is still something that we need to curtail. It's still something that we need to find a way to stop it. Like it doesn't go where, and also the child having a bruised eye, it can still be and abuse. But let's go on. Like when we go on, these things unfold and we get to. That's why I say at the end of the video, we just pile everything together and make our comments, and you will be able to share your thoughts, like having an overview of what happened.
Oh, there's a lot of crazy people, crazy kids in society. But I just gotta say, how could you even possibly go from getting your Nintendo Switch taken away from you because you were maybe acting bad, maybe on top of that also getting a whooping because you're a problem child, to then all of a sudden thinking that it would be a bright idea to gun down your dad or your adopted dad in the situation. So wherever the hell the real father is, he's still alive. The stepdaddy who stepped up to take care of this child. The dad took the Switch, so the son grabbed the Switch and switched them on down. This is crazy.
Trooper
Where's
Child.
let
So
me
wherever the hell the real father is, he's still alive. But
my he was an adopted child. Oh,
stepdaddy who stepped up to take care of this child. The dad took the Switch, so the son grabbed the Switch and switched them on down. This is crazy.
Troopers say that he then took the gun and
oh.
shot his father in bed next to his mother. 42-year-old Douglas Dietz was found dead. In
He's
the
still his
interview room,
father.
his
So
wife said she woke up to the sound of a gunshot. Then her son confessed to her, saying, quote, "I killed my dad. I hate myself," end quote.
Wow. Want to know what that reminds me of?
I wanna kill my mom. I wanna kill. I'm gonna kill my.
You don't need a second job. You just need to know these AI tools.
This is why you have to watch these little kids nowadays.
that's what I've been saying. Like, how do you react to when kids do like say such things in this situation, say such things? How do you react when you make such action at first? How do they react to it? Like, watch your kids. They are growing. They don't like think much. They don't see any consequences or any responsibility in any action they are doing. It depends on what you put to them. It depends on the kind of culture, the kind of attitude you imbibe in them. So imagine this kid saying that he would have killed his mom, he would have killed his father, and now the one that did it because of Nintendo Switch was crying that he regretted everything. What?
Man, just literally grounding them over bad behavior can possibly lead to you being in the ground yourself because they want to kill you. Like, I
Yeah.
can't believe this little shitter right here, this spoiled, entitled brat, really upped the pole on his stepdad, who probably got him the Nintendo Switch too, just
Yeah.
because he took it away temporarily. Honestly, for one, this is why I would never leave any guns, like, just laying around casually to where a sick child
Yeah.
like this can
So
have access to it. Number two,
please, like, curtail the gun exposure, curtail the weapon exposure. Like, anyway, if you have gun, if you have any weapon, just find a way, put it on a safe box, have a key, a locker, just anything you do, don't get it away from your kids. That's the truth.
respectfully, I'm probably never going to become a stepdad unless I raised you since you were a little baby and I like instill all my values into you. If I come later in your life, I can't trust you. I'm sorry. Respectfully, whatever traumas you have from your dad or your mom, unbeknownst to me, can have me.
Yeah, that's a different opinion. Respect Maurice's opinion on that. Maybe a child that you didn't have any role to play when he was growing up, yes, he was growing up. You might not be able to trust him. But me, I believe that anyone that comes into a child life that will play the father role, yeah, he deserved every like opportunity for society to allow him to play such role and give your trust to the child. It doesn't mean that it happened there. Doesn't mean that I should go wayward to it. I respect Maurice's opinion, but if you see, like, even though you see a kid on the road, like, you can play a fatherly role in this child's life at that moment, just do it. It doesn't, if you demands you taking the person in, do it. So,
Killed or clapped because you feel some type of way. You want to crash out because I grounded you and took your Nintendo Switch away. Bro, not saying a kid I raised from the inception of him popping out of my woman's womb could have possibly clapped me either. I'm just saying the probability isn't drastically lower. And the crazy thing is, check this out.
Before the shooting, she told troopers that they put their son to bed while singing happy birthday to him.
wow.
Neighbors who knew the family say this violence was very out of character for the young boy.
Oh, they always say out of character.
Yeah, that's always
Oh, he
it.
was a good boy. There were no signs before. He was such a sweet child. Anytime one of these kids kills, claps someone, ups the pole on someone, they want to say they were the sweetest child on honor roll. They were going to be
Yeah.
a doctor, a scientist. They had such a bright future ahead of them. Yeah, right. Now, one comment I do want to point out, someone said, are they just going to gloss over the fact that the kid was injured? Like, did the parents exclude the fact that they beat him previously, or did he get beat after shooting the father before enforcement came? How the F you're going to say something like that and not document it in court? Yeah, so that is a good point right there. I don't know. Speculatively.
That's another one, that the bruised eye is something that they should look at. I'm open, like, support them looking out, like looking into it and actually knowing what happened. So
he could have been abused, which would then presumably lead to him possibly shooting his stepfather in the night. Now, obviously, that's just a huge assumption. That is just pure speculation. And it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for a kid sick enough to shoot his stepdad, in the dead of night with a gun to possibly end up having self-inflicted wounds to make it look like he was being abused. Like, there are psychotic people out there who will fake injuries, run their faces into hard objects to make it as if they were previously hurt by another individual. So I would not be shocked. You guys can have your opinions in the comment section, but what do you think about that? Obviously, they're gonna have to investigate whether this kid was being abused in that household or not. And if they can verify that, then that'll literally just change the entire optics of the story. Assuming he's not like clinically crazy, but still at face value, a kid killing his dad, his stepdad, whatever, same shit, right? His guardian over what they're saying was over a confiscated Nintendo Switch. Is crazy.
But according to court documents, Clayton's mom says he was upset when he was told to go to bed and had his Nintendo Switch taken away. He admitted to police that he got the key to the gun from his father's drawer.
So this was literally premeditated. It's not like this was an accident. There's no way a gun just magically fell inside his hands. A gun that was stored inside of a case that required a key.
Yeah.
It's not like this kid just woke up, he was a sleepwalker, had the gun magically in his hand, and just accidentally shot his dad in the head. Like, no. This was very cynical, calculatedly cold, premeditated, all the words to describe someone planning something out in this cold-blooded fashion. And one commenter says, these kids don't know how to regulate their emotions. I got mad at my parents growing up, but the thought of annihilation never crossed my mind. There are some evil, abusive, negligent parents out there, individuals who thrive off of others' suffering. I'm not saying these parents are this type, but they are out there. Valid. So, through this investigation with this child and his mother, we're going to see if they were actually abusing him or not. Time will tell.
And that is when police say the boy told him that he went inside that safe looking for his Nintendo Switch and instead got the gun, took it out, and allegedly shot his father in the head.
Right. Whoa.
So, to some points, who are you to blame? Is it the kids? Is it the child or the parents' negligence or anything? There's so many things going on here. We hope to maybe hear an update on it. If I get any update, I'll still get back to you guys. Like, we have so many things to dissect here. Like, the parents' reaction. What was the reaction before now towards the kids? How, like, have the kids reacted that they didn't even take incognizant to, like, what the kids have been saying, or maybe trying to speak to the kids to calming down, maybe give him a reason why the Nintendo was collected on maybe the previous events that have been happening. But still, like, we all got angry growing up. We didn't have it in mind to kill our parents. Like, I would like to get an update on this story, like on the bruised eye, about what actually happened. Was the kid being abused? Who doesn't warrant the kid killing the father too? So I would like to hear your thoughts. And as always, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you staying to this extent towards in the video. And do it to subscribe, like, and share. And most importantly, share your thoughts in the comment section. I would like to hear what you have to say on this matter. So thank you and see you in my next video.